Guys know how to figure it out, and they work hard at it in practice.
Manning.
No way.
Second and 10. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Slants are so tough because all of his movements have to be quick off the line of scrimmage, and then all of a sudden the ball's right on top of you. And maybe he got a little bit ahead of himself there.
Yeah, a lot of times coming in with good pace, and he dropped it. Here's Manning to throw. He's got Cruz complete. It's a gain of 7. And on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. It'll be a gain of 4, and it's a second down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets. When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. That wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. John. Why'd you skip Larry's halftime?
All right, we're going to do it from Larry.
I'm just kidding. I don't know who you are. But if you're John, I bet you're pretty freaked out for a second. All right, let's get to the third quarter. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Manning will try again on second down. He's going to let it go again. And he's unable to grab it.
Oh, my God. Oh, no. You got to wake up.
Had position, couldn't hold on. Third down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10. Throwing is Manning on third down. And he's got his favorite target yet again.
On a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here
See,
in the second half.
I told you, we still have love.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on fourth down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree. And now Manning wants to talk this over. He's going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
I forgot.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Throwing on first down is Manning. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. Manning to Beckham, a big play there.
Bro, what is Manning doing, bro? He's old.
Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
Bro,
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Into the red zone now, Manning. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line.
Oh, my God, yo, Chad, that was insane. He jumped up in the air. Bro, he's literally a monkey.
3 yards to go on second.
Oh my! Oh no, you're insane.
The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
Yes,
why are you
indeed.
doing that?
Eli Manning to Odell Beckham Jr. When they do it over and over, they usually win games.
Yeah, and you know the video game Madden, right?
Of course.
Yeah, that's why he's a big reason that Odell Beckham was on the cover in 16 with the arm stretched out, that famous one-hit. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown.
Oh yeah, look at those moves.
Beckham from 30 yards out. And the Giants add on to their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that.
No,
Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. The 3rd time wasn't a charm. They got the first 2 two-point tries. Still have the lead, but couldn't get the 3rd.
Okay, so they didn't get this one, but I have to ask you, what matchup are they seeing that they feel that confident to go for 2 so often?
Yeah, we talk about this a lot, but it has to be something, you're right, that they saw all.
Right up until that one, they had gotten 2 for 2.
Yeah. Try and get the running game going.
Yeah, that's what I thought. You ain't going nowhere.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12.
Well, Brandon, so much for halftime adjustments. They still can't get anything going on the ground. It may be time to loosen things up and start flinging it around a little bit.
Bro,
Find
this
his
guy's
running
so
back.
bad.
It's complete.
Elliot,
it'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on 3rd down and 9. Now Romo. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. Earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one. And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning.
Oh my God, he got that 1st down.
He'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
And there's a run to be happy.
Romo on 3rd down. And that is now. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll come on to kick this one away.
I have to say that was a surprise call on 3rd and inches. I thought they'd try and run the football there, but you got to believe they thought they'd surprise the defense.
Why would
and
you
pick up
kick it like that, you
downfield,
trash kicker?
but that one goes
My
incomplete.
kicker don't kick that bad.
New York set to take the field.
Oh, there my guy is
last
right there,
drive,
bro.
a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
The secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that
Look
drive
what
went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. While an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play, for the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's
his pass is intercepted.
Dude, this game is so gay.
Picked off Byron Jones. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time. That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground. He's getting rid of it a little bit too quickly.
Throwing on 3rd down, Romo. He's got time in the pocket.
Dude, stop throwing that ball away, bro. You don't need to throw it in the garbage like that. Oh my God, look at that tall guy.
And the Cowboys will call on Dan Bailey here.
He ain't gonna make
this from 54 yards away.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was smart.
That ball.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold.
Yeah.
Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
And New York set to take the field. They go back to the air here after the INT.
Bro, why are you going to bully Beckham like that, you
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Oh, my God, get off the line to
What
right.
terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. That's a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
We don't want to play around him.
Manning to throw on second down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And the hit
Oh, my, bro.
It's incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
I mean, I know what.
And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Now Manning. He's going to try and go deep again. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful.
I'm going to do a slant.
Fourth down now.
I love the
toughest thing about
slant.
playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
But that's the kickstarter right there. Eli Manning finding his guy, Odell Beckham Jr.
Yeah, it's a deadly combination, isn't it?
It really is, but what really makes it work is just how unflappable Eli is with his demeanor, able to maintain his calm and his poise. Because we know, OBJ, he can run pretty hot and get excited.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Tyrone Crawford coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Randy Gregory.
Okay, that's a bit too long, bro. We're not
on
going to do
first
this
and
long
second
game.
downs are going to lead to a third and long.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say, when you have obvious passing situations.
Oh, my
hard
God.
to vary it
We
up
have
and fool a
Shepard out.
defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over. Well, he bounced up after taking a sack and took a shot downfield. I think a lot of us thought maybe he'd run draw in that situation. Instead, tried to get all back in one play.
Yeah, third and long, thought he needed the deep pass, couldn't connect it.
Maybe he was hoping for a penalty downfield to give him the yardage they needed.
He's going to go up top again, and it is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take...
Tell your boys that you gon' meet them later on. Both of us are so taxi, leave the meter on. First time you out in Cali, never tried no strong, so you gon' have some stories to tell when you take it. One time, so we always showed you what it's like. Leave you sleepy like the call you on the ride. Get you right and get your bones and get you. Gotta go, I gotta fight up in the morning.
Hello, everybody.
Larry, we are about an hour's drive southwest of downtown Boston in the area known as Patriot Place, Gillette Stadium, here in Foxborough. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Oakland Raiders and the New York Giants. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. They're led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State, Derek Carr.
The thing I like most about Derek Carr's game is not just the right arm and his touch and his ability to find receivers. I think it's his calmness, and I think that transmits itself very well to the rest of the team. They feed off of that, and they go out and play with confidence.
13 yards on the game's opening play.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
J.T. Thomas, the linebacker, there to stop him. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves. And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
On first down, Murray. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Second down, 8.
I'm pretty sure he can throw this.
Now they'll throw with Carr. Throw left side to the tight end, Walford. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Dumps off to Halou. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
It's a nice job hitting him on the angle route there. Come out of the backfield, cutting sharply across the middle. And that's good timing between the quarterback and his receiver.
Effective 3rd down play to move the chains. Murray, and they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of...
What time is it? 11:04? No, it's 1:04.
They don't just eat up space. They try and get upfield and make plays in the backfield.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
They only give me further out.
They go with Murray again. So
bro, how did he just do
tackle,
that?
but couldn't do a whole lot else.
Dude,
it's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up the play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
He finds Roberts complete. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
I hate you, Raiders. What?
Ready to go now in the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. And they've got it here with a 1st down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
The thing is,
I don't even know my
And just a
address.
simple, basic neutral zone infraction here, partner.
Yeah, when you're ready to launch and go get the quarterback, sometimes you take off a bit too fast.
First down and goal. The offense knocking on the door. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. And a couple of big boys up front defensively, and in that 4-3, those D tackles so vital.
Extremely vital. I love how you describe that, because if they control things up front, often it's over the guard. Sometimes they slide and make it over the center. It's really hard to get a play started then, because a lot of teams want to start inside out running the football. But against a good 4-3, you may not find any space. And on that play, there was zero space, no gain. They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
So after the INT, it's Manning.
I told you. Odo Beckham was a fraud.
Good pickup at 28 yards.
Yeah, Odo
Great
Beckham, you
job
better be
pulling
that
that
fraud.
one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people.
I gotta take a screenshot of that.
Do you realize
But still,
that,
at some point in the game, you probably have to
Andrew
make some
made me
contested
date you that
catches,
one
right?
time?
Sometimes you have to go up and
Because
beat a defender for the
she
football.
liked you?
He has that in his arsenal as well.
And that's
it
the
right
reason
there.
you asked me out the other time, and I said
Manning.
no.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Odo, we know
So they're still at the
that
original
one
line
woke
of
you up.
scrimmage here.
That one
Second
woke
down
you
and
up,
10.
Odo.
And you just know
These
when that
are
play
the
call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a
What?
lot of fun, and they missed an
What?
opportunity.
And both guys were there, but it falls
That one woke
incomplete.
him up. It broke his finger.
Sure, that pass was
one woke
incomplete as
him
they
up.
made an attempt to get a big one downfield.
Oh,
But
no,
that's
Beckham,
okay,
I know you're
because
woke up
the
now.
second part of that is, if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to
Oh,
stretch
look,
them out a
I know
little bit,
Beckham woke
and they
up.
may have to change accordingly.
He's going to take another shot here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I know the initial focus
didn't
was on
really
how
date
far
him.
that
It was
pass was
fans for the whole
downfield,
time,
but how
though.
about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with
know
him,
you did,
get his
Dan.
hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
Here's Manning to throw. Over the middle to Beckham. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Through the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
You
So
really think
second
I would
down
date him?
incompletion now brings up third down. From the gun now on third down, Carr. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Devon Kennard in there to drop it for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be fourth down. And there they bring pressure from the inside, and they get home.
Yeah, hard to block everyone, isn't it? And on this play, someone did not get blocked. He's the one who got home.
On fourth down, here's the Raider punter Marquette King to kick it away. Back deep is Dwayne Harris here. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
So a ways to go here on 3rd and 10. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Back near the goal line. Here's Manning going up top. He's got a man complete. Manning to Beckham. A big play there. 45 yards.
Well, they just treated 3rd and long as simply an opportunity to make an even bigger play. Normally, you're just trying to pick up the first down and confidence in the receivers to go up and make a play, even with defenders around them.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Manning now on 1st down. He's going to let it go again. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
But depending on the team, they call that an explosive play or a chunk play, the one that they got on the previous one. They tried to go back and get another one, didn't they?
They did, but unsuccessful on that 2nd attempt. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down. So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd. Throwing is Manning on 3rd down. He's going to try and go deep again. That's caught inside the 20. A big gain of 38 there on 3rd down.
I know they had good coverage downfield, but you have to wonder, on 3rd and long like that, how does that happen that they can get that far downfield and complete a pass? You got to guard the sticks, understand where you are, so it's almost like someone fell asleep at the switch, and now that the play's been completed, they've got to dust themselves off on defense, pick it up, and figure out how to not let that happen again.
Into the red zone now. Manning. That is caught at the 7-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Now Manning again. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Manning going to throw. He's got Cruz complete. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3.
I feel like Eli Manning has just gone from downfield bomber to a guy who can complete everything.
He can hit him underneath now,
yeah, we just saw that there with that pass completion. The maturity of a veteran taken with the defensive giving.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Victor Cruz as the first half is winding down. And the Giants are in for 6.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The final shot here before half for Carr. He's going to float this one deep right side. So 1 touchdown, 1 2-point conversion. Okay, so Larry apparently giving us the silent treatment all of a sudden, and we're going to skip ahead to quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they...
See if they do just that. So 2nd and 10 here.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had...
And that's caught inside the 30. Manning to Beckham, a big play there. And even 50 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Manning now to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a 1st down.
Broke the 1 tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. Now Manning. He finds Beckham complete. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. That one good for 12 yards. And the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal. The hitch route works. It's something you see quite a bit on 3rd, 4th down in these situations, and they got it to go for.
And what you're counting on is a couple of things. One, you want the guy catching that route to make people miss right away, almost like a punt returner. And 2, you're expecting to pick up some blocks once he gets to the 2nd level, able to get downfield. And on that play, everything came together. Upfield shoulder of the receiver, and he used his...
touchdown. Let's go, boy.
He's got it for a giant touchdown. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Giants are able to grow their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors. But that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still... As a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Completes it right side to Cooper. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Now a play fake here on first down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
As if he didn't have enough to think about on that route, the comeback route, coming back to the football and catching it, decided to make sure he toe-tapped and kept himself in bounds.
And that was spectacular, but on the comeback route, maybe a little easier to deal with the sideline since you've got better vision of it.
I think that's a great point because you should know exactly where you're going and know how much space you have and make sure you get your feet down. But, yeah, coming back to the football, I like it. Good vision.
Throwing on first down is Carr. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Back to the air on second down. It's Carr. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Back now in Foxborough. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the fourth. On first and 10, here's Carr. He gets this one to Michael Crabtree. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll go as a gain of 12. Good enough for an Oakland first down. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. On first down, Carr. He's got time. Throw left side to the tight end, Walford. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Now Carr going to give it to Murray on the draw play. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense. They can add up as the game goes along. They control the clock. They control the ball. And that way, you often control the game.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. A really long drive here, and it goes on and on.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback. What a game this defense has played. They're pitching a shutout, so it'd be fun to watch down the stretch to see if their defensive coordinator continues to be as aggressive as he's been all game long.
Offense working with a set, and he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Latavius Murray taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Raiders have cut it back to within a score. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. The return comes from Orleans Darkwa. Trent, now a hit and a loose football.
When you kick off and you go downfield and get the ball back, That's what I call a great opportunity.
In a one-score game, I always circle, and you know this, but in my play-by-play sheet, I circle big plays. It could be turning points. This could be a turning point.
Did you put a second circle around this one? This is pretty big.
I put a star.
Melissa, she looks like a boy.
And leading here late, so a chance for the defense to really close out this game if they can halt the offense. Shotgun now for Carr. Connects it to Roberts, right side. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 7 yards on the play, and it'll make it second down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. That was second down run for Murray. And he'll push his way up to about the 14. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. And now they're in the hurry-up. They'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete.
Defense.
The lone receiver right is Cooper. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And they're going to speed things up here. He's back to throw. Looking for someone to throw to. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
Now out come the Giants. They have the lead. Still a one-possession game, but the defense got the stop. They've got the football now. Just salted away.
Oh, my God.
Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. Manning looking to throw it. Over the middle to Beckham. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. To throw is Manning. Incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long, with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Manning. He's going to loft one. Deep left side here. And got his man. Complete. Now hang on here. Timeout called. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. So a defensive timeout. Chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Manning to throw. He's going to go up top again. And they went big on 1st down. Proves unfruitful.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you've got to defend it the same way you would defend the 1st down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You play through the receivers. And on that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away.
I can't wait to go to
Back to throw. Manning. He's going to take another shot here. And this is caught. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
There's another one-hander by Odell Beckham Jr. I almost get the sense that he's not happy if he has to use 2 hands now.
Exactly. Well, we've all...
to 11. That's...
good. He is at grabbing a ball with...
Yeah, it is. Yes, it is, because me and Melissa blood. Accuracy of the
They're not strictly by accident.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Manning gonna throw here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you got to feel good about your chances.
Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Giants' defense now ready as they trot back out onto the field. They played a great game. I guess the only thing they would really have hoped for other than this outcome would have been a shutout. But they've got a lot to hang their hat on.
They really do, and you don't get that very often anyway. A shutout is really elusive. So they'll take this one, just a dominant performance where they were doing the dictating. Think about the guys on offense, though. What a frustrating day.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Olivier Vernon in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. And they'll get the spike off with 6 seconds to go. And this will likely be the last play and wrap things up. One final try now for Carr. Finding time. He's going to let it fly. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
Well, as always, partner, an extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to say, I am impressed at your discipline because you came here and you said you were not going to eat any of the media buffet. You made it to the end. You didn't consume a single calorie.
I appreciate that. What you missed is me going to the concession stand outside of your eyesight and getting it done that way. Look, I mean, they were serving the good stuff. I had to do it.
Oh, man, but you're svelte, in good shape, but you cheated a little bit. We'll let it slide.
I appreciate that. Always a pleasure to work with you.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Foxborough, good night, everybody.
You should really go over to Hayden's, though. You should ask, can you go